Hello everyone, welcome back to another software developer profile review. My name is David. I'm a software developer with over 20 years of experience. I've also run international recruitment teams. I want to show you what recruiters see when they look at your profile and why they might overlook you in terms of your job application. So without further ado, let's get to it. If you would like a profile review, please head over to crushing.digital, click on the profile review button and fill in the form. I will get to you as soon as possible. There is a little bit of a queue and there are books, courses, checklists and more to look through. There's the full course, which involves a bit more of my time. It's more expensive but far more involved here. You can read through what's involved there. And also I run a free careers Q&A session for software developers every Friday at 3 p.m. UK time, which is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come along, ask me anything, hope to see you there. Anyway, let's get back to the review. This review is for Kit, who is a software developer with a mixture of skills. So it was JavaScript and Java and React. And then there was obviously the things with Java, Spring and all those sorts of things. So JavaScript, I'm guessing it's like full stack Java and React on the front end. So that's what has been told to me. Let's see what we find. So the banner image looks very nice. It's great that it's got a GitHub link. You know, I'm going to have to type that in, which is a bit annoying, unless it's in here. No, it's not in here. Is it in your activity pinned? No. Okay, so I'm going to have to type that in. In fact, let's do that while I'm here. Kit. So, awesome. I'm going to have a look at that shortly. And what do we do in your... So this banner image is nice, but it could have done more. It could have told me the technologies you want to be found for, which, as you've said, is React and Java. So I would do more along those lines. Getting down to the headline, web developer, JavaScript, Java. Now, JavaScript, that covers a lot of bases. What do you want to do within JavaScript? Or do you want to just use vanilla JavaScript? I don't know. The HTML5 and CSS3, I most commonly tell people to leave that out because most senior developers leave it out. It kind of becomes a bit of a thing to give you away as being more junior. I mean, the world is as accessible as we make it, sure, but is this helping you? Advocating accessibility. If you feel that strongly, great. I like what you've done here. I would be including more like what JavaScript, what do you want to do? So, like you said to me, React. And then I'm wondering, well, do you have any TypeScript experience, testing experience, Java? What else are you using around that? So we could do more. If I get down to the About section, hi there. My journey with Launch Code has been thrilling and empowering. I'm sure it has. Great. Don't waste that first line. We want to be hitting them with this is what I do. And I've dived into the world of JavaScript, TypeScript, Angular. So that's different. We were told it was React at first. So is it React or Angular? This is what I call a gap. And I'm going to have to ask you in order to find out. But then we've got Java, Spring Boot, Timeleaf, all that sort of stuff. Great. It's been a breath of fresh air to break free from limitations of a degree that didn't fulfill me. So we've got the tech there. That part's great. I'm confused about the Angular versus React bit. And then there's other stuff underneath. It's actually not bad because all the tech bits first. But like I say, it leaves me wondering, what do you want to do? So I'm going to have a look at your activity, the experience. Whenever I see freelance, I'm skeptical, or I'm not skeptical. I have to dig into it a little bit more because I have to wonder, what have you been doing? What have you been building? So if I read through this, so the skills you've been using, accessibility stuff, Angular. So it is Angular. So it seems to be more Angular than React. Front-end coding, responsive web design, Node. So this is Node now. So we want to do Node and React, or do you want to do Java? I don't know. So it seems like most of your experience is in JavaScript rather than Java. But then you've got Java down here. it's hard to know how much time you spent in Node, how much time you spent in Java. So delivered unit tested systems, that's great. Within customer prescribed timeframes. Okay, informed internal personnel and external stakeholders of project milestones. I always find that these are very light-hearted. You know, that it's nice to say, but doesn't really drive the message on. Employed prefabricated design patterns to shorten development times. Like what? Coded static websites. Okay. You've done model view controller stuff. I'd like to know what have you been building, you know, and what, like a project doing this, and these are the tech. This is the tech I was using. A project doing that, and the tech that you were using. So I can start to gain experience. This is where if you had lots and lots of jobs, you know, I can see, oh, you use React on this project, this project, this project, this project, and I feel confident you can do React or Angular or whatever. So I'm still worried about Angular versus React. I'm now worried about how much time have you spent in Java versus how much time have you spent in Node. Which one do you want to do? I'm not sure. But so that creates what I call a gap. So I've come down to your education. Your education has been in Angular. So it's definitely leaning towards Angular here. And then making me read more and more again here. So you've been doing Java or C#. So now we're introducing more. We still don't know how much you've done with each one, what you built with each one, how comfortable you are with them. But if I get this far and I think, okay, I like it, let's go and see more. We'll start off with your activity. I just want a fair wage. Everyone on LinkedIn needs to read this book, so it's just reposting stuff. Building in public. Cool. What are you building? Honestly, I haven't had time. So I need to work on my React. My youngest has been having... I'll be working on this later this evening. And then we didn't do anything. So this doesn't paint the best picture in the world. Learning in public, React. Okay. Life became very busy and hard to focus. We're constantly painting a picture of someone who's very busy and it's hard to focus. As a parent, yeah, I understand it, but maybe we want to paint a different picture somehow. So I'd like to see more about what you're doing. Less conversational about how little time you've got, and more about the tech. I want you to be tech focused. This looks awesome, but it's not yours. JavaScript Arcade, building in public. Space Invaders is mostly functional. I want to refactor a few things. I'd rather you turn this more into, this is the bit I'm building, this is the problem I'm having, here's how I've overcome it, this is the tech, etc., etc. So it's a bit light, it's a bit misleading. Not misleading in terms of, it could be misleading in terms of, I think you're going down this route for tech, but it's actually down this route, so it makes me nervous. As a recruiter, I might just skip it and come back. If I go to GitHub, great picture, I'm looking for full-time work, building the JS Arcade, and then Java. So it's Java and some kind of JavaScript, but what JavaScript, I don't know. Get down here, I can see Angular, I don't see React. Unless I missed it. No. But, okay, Java and Python. There's clearly lots of work going in here, so the furthest a recruiter will go is into Python, into your repositories, and I go, okay, this one's React. And then another React. So have we moved away from Angular? I don't know. And then Node. So we're hitting Node before we're getting to Java. This is, like I said, I think from looking at all these things, you're doing a lot of, looking at the amount of commits you're doing a lot of work. It's just not very concise. It's not very, it doesn't funnel me towards giving you an interview. It just raises a bunch of doubts between which tech you want to use, which tech you're more focused on, which tech you've got the most experience with building, real world applications. So I think you need to unpack that and tell me in a far more clear manner. Told you it could be harsh. I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm hoping this brings you a lot of value. Let me know if you've got any questions. Please like and subscribe and do all those things if you want to see more reviews. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.